Както и бях споделил в подробния анализ, който направих относно създалия се конфликт между Израел и Иран, че това не са събития, създали се спонтанно вследствие на събралото се напрежение, а е внимателно дирижиран и осъществен план от израелците с цел да извадят Иран от картинката, за да може да не им пречи в планираната от Нетаняху мащабна военна операция в Рафа, с която да нанесе поредната порция геноцид на този изстрадал народ. Тогава усетих в някой от вас така известна доза скептицизъм, но преди 2 дни това, което ви казах, се и потвърди. Имаше нова порция разпръснати флари от страна на израелците, с които да уведомят 1,2 милиона палестинци, събрали се на границата Рафа, че ще има масирана инвазия в този регион и ще трябва незабавно да напуснат, което нямаше да е проблем, ако имаш къде да отидат. Но тъй като буквално израелците унищожиха цялата ивица, вече палестинците няма къде да отидат, освен или да се върнат в разрушените райони, или да бъдат изтласкани в Египет, която е основната цел на израелците. Някакво се заблуждаваме, те или искат да изтласкат тези хора в Египет, или бавно и систематично да ги избият. Това е истината, всичко друго са пристрастия към израелците. За съжаление, това е суровата истина. Израелците се оказаха, че са един изключително жесток народ. Особено техния невероятен лидер Нетаняху. И като заговорих за планове, излезе и плана на израелците за възстановяването на Газа до 2035 година и превръщането й в тяхна версия на Дубай. Да, добре ме чухте. Израел имат планове абсолютно да възстановят ивицата Газа и да я превърнат в едно изключително модерно място, което да събира милиони посетители, както и крупни инвеститори. Като те не само, че са изготвили изключително подробен план с цялата инфраструктура, точно какво искат да построят, как ще бъдат разположени пристанища, летища и абсолютно цялата инфраструктура, но и те са намерили вече и финансиране и абсолютно цялостен план за възстановяването на Газа. Човек ще си каже, че сякаш са знаели, че ще има подобен конфликт и че ще има нужда от такова пълномащабно обновяване на ивицата Газа. Човек да се замисли, има ли нещо, няма ли. Но за това ще поговоря в следващото видео, тъй като искам малко по-подробно да поговорим за този невероятен план на израелците да превърнат Газа в едно изключително модерно място. Но сега искам по-скоро да се насоча към това какво точно се случва в ивицата Газа, тъй като там наистина всяка минута има нещо ново и ситуацията е изключително динамична и напрегната. Като към сегашния момент израелците нанасят масирани удари по Рафа. Има и засегнати гранични райони с Египет, което в една нормална ситуация би довело до война между Израел и Египет, но тъй като знаем, че Сиси има така доста топли отношения с Нетаняху и очаква изключително огромни инвестиции от страна на израелците, той абсолютно игнорира това, че някои гранични райони на Египет бяха ударени по погрешка от израелците. Естествено, какво са няколко ударени района, след като ни очакват милиарди инвестиции от страна на израелците и разбира се от американците. А сега нека ви покажа и цялата ситуация и много така доброто интервю, което направи Клейтън и Натали в редактът. Вижте го.
All right, let's talk about Rafah because this is minute by minute unfolding right now as Israel is striking Rafah after Hamas has accepted Gaza ceasefire proposal. However, there is nonstop bombing that continues to unfold in eastern Rafah that has been going right now. And so flares have been lighting up the night sky tonight there as well. This is video from earlier. This is the scene right now as people try to scramble and get out of the rubble, trying to find what they can to move and get out of the way because Israel has dropped leaflets because the invasion of Rafah is beginning. At the same time, Benjamin Netanyahu has unveiled their true plan for Gaza. It's their 2035 Gaza plan to rebuild Gaza into an Israeli version of Dubai, which we'll get to that part in a moment. But first, Israel began this morning dropping leaflets over southern Gaza, telling them to get out because the invasion is about to start. Where are they supposed to go? Everything has been destroyed. And journalist Vanessa Beeley points out, according to our friends in Rafah, there are no IOF forces on the ground. The only Zionist forces are in the area dividing north from south. Leaflets have been dropped in eastern Rafah telling civilians to evacuate to Khan Yunis, which is devastated without any services at all. So they're being told, go to Khan Yunis. Friends are paralyzed with fear, not knowing if they should stay in other areas of Rafah until the last minute or leave now. This is barbaric psychological warfare on top of the ongoing massacres. So there's nothing for them to go to. Now, this brave Sky News reporter actually confirmed live on television, which you don't really see happening anymore. Mostly they're all in the tank for the other side, of course. But here's what Sky News reporter just confirmed, telling all of us what Vanessa Beeley just tweeted a little while ago. See how long this guy actually has a job for telling us the truth. Watch.
The Israeli Defense Forces is encouraging, in their words, encouraging residents in southeast Gaza to advance towards what they call an expanded humanitarian area to the north. That is centered around the city of Khan Yunis and a coastal community called Al-Mawasi. They claim that this area contains field hospitals, tents, food, water, medicine, additional supplies. That is a claim that international aid agencies, the WFP and the like, will treat with real skepticism. I think they say the Israelis have not done enough to facilitate these humanitarian supplies. Should also say that people are being asked to go to an area that has already been badly damaged, badly bombed in this war. The area around the city of Khan Yunis was largely destroyed in January when the IDF laid siege to it. So we're talking about a situation where people are being asked to migrate again, and I think we should probably talk about the significance of this. 1.2 million civilians crowded into the southern section of Gaza. They're now being asked, really at the point of another mass migration back to the north to an area that has been badly bombed. And I think
so moving these people into a total area, total area, there's no food aid, there's no medicine at all. And if you want to understand like the differences here, when you look at the genocide that's been unfolding in eastern Ukraine since 2014, right? And those people, which have been bombed mercilessly by the Ukrainians, killing ethnic Russians in eastern Ukraine, I all along said, war was not the answer, right? But still, these people were being genocided on a regular basis. And you had Russia coming in trying to protect those individuals. And that's what they said they were going to do, is move into that area and secure those people and protect those people to stop the slaughtering of these individuals. This is the opposite happening here. You're literally moving in and killing innocent people and doing the exact same thing. And like Israelis to Ukrainians, basically carrying out a genocide against these individuals right now.
Are you familiar with the term kettling? It's a police, like a riot police tactic, where when you have a protest going on and it's peaceful, the riot police will continually guide, like tell the protest that they have to go to a particular place, and they run them into a place where there is no exit, and then they continue to tell them they have to leave, but the riot police are blocking the exit. It's called kettling. And so then when the people try to leave, then they get arrested for resisting. And that's basically what Israel's done. They dropped leaflets in the north of Gaza, telling them to move south. So people start moving south. Then they drop leaflets in the south, telling them to keep moving. You can go to Rafah. Now they're in Rafah and they're kettled. They have nowhere to go. And now they're saying, well, you've got to leave here too. Like, that's exactly the tactic that was used here.
What is the purpose of that? To get them to behave badly so that you can arrest them?
Because you want to arrest them, and you want to arrest them. Yeah, in the idea of kettling is because the riot police want to arrest otherwise peaceful protesters. So by putting them in a position where they cannot leave, then they're not following orders. And then to leave, they have to go through the riot police, in which case they get arrested. In this case, obviously, it would be just to eliminate everybody. And
Graffiti says, kudos to Redacted for not making this about the Palestinians. It's not. No, it's about money. I mean, it's about an expansion of territory. It has been, just like the 6-Day War was an expansion of territory into Sinai. And this is exactly what this is. So you're pushing these people out, which you don't want them in these lands at all. You want their oil, you want their gas, and you're going to ethnically cleanse these individuals. And you're pushing them out. That's exactly what's happening. Let's follow the money. And this goes back to 1948. Of course, it all started then. And this is part of the plan. So they don't want them there. They can't have... Israel can't exist the way that they wanted to exist with Palestine. Just bottom line. And that they've been open about that. Read Ben Gurion's diaries if you want. And you can see all of it right there. World Food Program Director Cindy McCain says northern Gaza is experiencing full-blown famine, calling for a ceasefire and for the WFP to have unfettered access to Gaza. The head of the World Food Program has said northern Gaza is experiencing full-blown famine. Meanwhile, the UN's food weapon program, I mean, they're saying we can't get aid in here to children, to women right now. We can't get this in here. Like, and maybe, I guess we say women and children, right? Because I think we care about women and children a lot, but men are also suffering. They're not carrying guns around. These are men, these are fathers, these are elderly. It doesn't really matter. People can't get food. It's full-blown famine right now. And these grain trucks are being sabotaged by random people, Israelis who, like this fat bastard who thought it'd be funny to throw bags of rice on the ground. Hey, I'm going to get up here. Here's one. Let's just get up and toss them down. I showed you this last week. He hasn't missed a meal in a few months, but he's fine to throw their food on the ground, drive over it, step on it. So this invasion and slaughter is going to happen at any moment, and we're already seeing, of course, massive attacks right now in eastern Rafah as they're being pushed into this Khan Yunis area, or the goal, of course, is to push them out completely and into Egypt as well.